Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Friday, August 30th. Perhaps a little bit of a surprising pressure in the overnight trade. Wheat kind of mixed, but the corn market down roughly a nickel, the beans down around 17 cents, the soy meal down $6, and the soybean oil down around 25 points. Let me get at this pressure from maybe a couple different angles. First off, it's the end of the week. It's also the end of the month, and we're coming up on a 3-day holiday, so we may have some position evening that's coming into the marketplace. Even though the wheat and the corn are down a little bit, the beans are down a little bit more, and that's been somewhat of a favorite trade of here of late, that people being long the beans, short the corn and the wheat. We're also trying to fill up some technical gaps from Monday on the downside, so all that technically may be some of the reason for the overnight weakness. We also have this carrot at the end of the stick as far as weather goes, where when we come back on Monday night, it being a 3-day weekend, people are kind of wondering if the forecast is going to pan on out, and are we going to get these rains into the Midwest that are badly needed because crop conditions have been on the defensive. Are we going to go and have the selling pressure and the anticipation that these rains will develop? And once again, this will potentially set up some volatile trade for Monday night. We also found that the Chinese markets, soy markets, were sharply on the defensive overnight. Saw where they had their best results as far as a weekly auction goes, selling their beans. Not saying that that had the pressure, but they in general had pressure in their overnight trade, and maybe that carried over into our soy complex as far as from pressure. But generally, all those points combined, the technicals, the weather potential of coming on in here and easing some of the drought in the Chinese, all lack the buying interest in the overnight trade. Some other points of interest is that the early harvest talk down in the Delta in the south is coming out quite favorable. So it seems like as far as that avenue goes, we're not seeing any problems down there. And we're also seeing where the commercials are now starting to roll their basis levels into the December, not taking the inverses with them. And with that, as we work our way forward, we're seeing that the basis levels are even getting weaker as we work our way forward. So we'll just go and see how much that proves for the farmer sell rate, because in general, we're continuing to support the near buys. We didn't have any bean deliveries, meal deliveries, corn or wheat deliveries in the overnight. We also saw where the soybean oil deliveries were a little bit lighter than expected. So that continues to support the nearby along with the basis and the lack of farmer selling. But in general, a defensive start. And once again, Monday night could be somewhat volatile depending on the weather forecast as far as trying to get those needed rains in the Midwest. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.